A global economic collapse is upon us. The earth is rotting more and more as the days go on. Individuals search for a safe haven for their hard-earned savings, getting lost in the propaganda and disinformation. The stock market is supported by fiat, garbage currency, and the global economy hemorrhages as it breathes its last breath. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we will talk about the global economic collapse and everything interconnected, beginning with this. German small arms ammo sales grew tenfold. Total arms sales hit a new record. Ammunition and firearms is a booming business. There is more turmoil. There is more civil unrest. And this seems to be escalating. It's not declining. Now, I don't make particular investment suggestions, but as conditions worsen, there will be the need to purchase more ammunition, more firearms, as well as other companies, Corrections Corporation of America, and all those interconnected. Think about how important these companies are as there are riots in the streets, civil unrest, everything else. That's all I wanted to mention. Looking at Mozambique, this is back from June. Economic growth to slow to 4.5% in 2016. You're looking at this country at this time. It's a country that doesn't get much attention. However, we need to understand the truth. And that is, look at this chart. Look how quickly, this is the USD versus Mozambique currency. You can see that, look, it's declining slowly over the years. But all of a sudden, it goes in let's say 2-year span, it just drops off. And that's what could happen. See, people were thinking, we have some conditions to worry about, things aren't going so well. And then the next thing they knew, currency's destroyed versus the US dollar, of course. And that right there is the reason I mention it, is to show you how quickly things can happen. Yes, the economy of Mozambique is probably not nearly as large as others in Europe and other areas, but it can still happen. That's the whole point. This right here is basically just trying to show you very quickly that insiders are buying less than they have been over the past few years since the financial crisis. So the insiders who are supposed to support themselves are not doing so, and this goes to show you that they have no faith in that. Perhaps they've put their money into more sound investments. It doesn't really necessarily say. All I can suggest from this is that the insiders know something is up. This right here is just showing you the trend from the Richmond Fed. It's the worst it's been, based on this indicator, the worst it's been since 2008. That is, yet again, and I'll say it every time, how many times do we have to enter or suggest we are entering the financial crisis part 2? It's already on. The financial crisis never left. That's why I like to call it part 2 of the financial crisis. It is in fact the same thing. None of the issues were fixed, and here we are today. Then looking at this being oil just taking an absolute beating and heading to, I believe it was a 3-week low. And why? Because inventories were all of a sudden high. How do these inventories come out of nowhere? And the price dropped from I think it was 110 or so to under 30. And that was because of inventory. Are you telling me that this inventory just came out of nowhere? It was hiding there, and all of a sudden, it just showed up? No, it's not true. To what degree it's true, I don't know. All I can show you is this, and yet again, inventory pops up out of nowhere and the price drops to a 3-week low. This here, I don't want to cover it simply because I want to do an entire video reading this thing. It is insane. Let me just read this very, very brief part here. AT&T documents state law enforcement doesn't need a search warrant to use Hemisphere. Hemisphere is basically the program that they created where they can data mine all activity going on, and then they can sell that to companies. That's right. This wasn't the NSA. This wasn't any other spy program that the US has set up. This is AT&T, and they did so in order to make profit. In fact, they've been using this, and they're making millions of dollars on it. It is a technology that's, I would assume, similar to many things that the NSA is using, and they're doing so at the corporate level. And this is a confirmed case right here, showing you that. It's not, oh yeah, they're watching me on my camera, or they're watching me on my microphone, listen to me on my microphone. I heard it, I read an article about it. No, it is an actual fact. It is being stated right here, and the company is profiting from it. And that just makes me think they're probably all doing it. They probably all have this technology, and they're all doing it. So forget about the fact that it's just the government doing it. That's bad enough. Now you have the corporations doing it, and who knows what's going on with the data that they are collecting. I would really like to do an additional video in addition to my daily video to actually just read this through, and you guys can, do something else while I read it through, and it just goes through all of the detail of everything that's going on. If you just want to read it for yourself, I'll put it in the description. Let me know if you'd like to see/hear a video of this and how important it really is. I'll just go through it as quick as I possibly can, and that's a 5-minute video. Let me know if you're interested in that. And this right here, Obama administration officials briefed key congressional staffers last week about a secret court order to Yahoo that prompted it to search all users' incoming emails for a still undisclosed digital signature. This right here shows me that all of the corporations are willing to break the law. They're willing to do anything that they need or want to, and they don't give a damn. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. Last but not least, if you found the video informative, I know you'll find my book, The Money GPS, even more informative. You can actually flip through the book. Just go over to Amazon, where they have a look inside feature. That's going to allow you to flip through the pages of the book and see if you like it. Take care. I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone who supports me every single day. That's those on Patreon, those through PayPal, those through Bitcoin, and the comments, the thumbs up, and the subscriptions. Thank you to each and every one of you.